Peace. Welcome to an episode of The Greatness Around Me. Give it up for today's guest. We have another artist in the building. Okay, you gotta tell us what you want to go by. How you want the people to know you?
Um, Most people know me as Fly Dantoni. So
There you go.
that's my name, Fly Dantoni.
Who gave you that name?
I gave myself that name. I'm from New York.
Okay.
Um, at the time, uh, D'Antoni was one of the main coaches in the NBA
Oh,
for the Knicks. And I was like, well, I'm a fly dude, Fly D'Antoni. And it stuck for some reason, you know what I mean?
period.
So that's what it was.
Love it. Damn, what a fly name.
You gotta
Just
dig
name
in the
thyself.
gotta dig in the bag and think
Yeah,
of
I got
something.
some I'm working with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got right
I
now?
just got to say right now, I've been working with Yum Yum.
Yum yum. Okay.
I don't know if it's
Yum
gonna
yum.
stick, but you know,
Nah, it
it
sound like you kind
sticks.
of confident in yum yum already. I don't know.
I like Yum Yum.
Okay. Okay.
It's a vibe,
It's a
you
vibe.
know.
I like that.
It's all about the vibe.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sure when people hear fly tongue, they just know you fly. Like this sweatshirt is fly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have a clothing line?
I have a clothing line. Yes, it's called Celestiq. This is not my clothing line. This
Yeah.
is just a dope sweater I picked up. You know
Yes,
what I
it
mean?
is.
But I do have a clothing line. It's called Celestiq. Um, Me and my buddy Humble kind of like clash. Not clash, but we combined our styles together and came up with Celestiq. It's pretty dope.
Is that my hungry humble hustle?
Yeah,
I love his stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I had
That's my
one of his
boy.
pieces earlier. Yeah,
That's my
he.
boy.
What doesn't he do?
Exactly.
How do you know him?
Well, we go way back. That's
Okay.
practically family. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I grew up around his family, and it just
It's
became that. You know what I
okay.
mean? It was almost like destined for us to be able to work and combine together and do stuff like that. So
It's nice. I love coming together,
yeah,
bringing the greatness
exactly,
together.
exactly.
So tell us, what do you do? You have so many titles.
Okay, well, uh, when I say I'm an artist, I feel like if if you're a rapper, just
Mm-hmm.
say I'm a rapper. That's it. But I classify myself as an artist because I'm a musician as well as a songwriter.
What do you play?
I'm a drummer.
Okay.
So with that being said, I played in church. Started off that way, and it went in from there to writing songs for people, writing songs for like Dave Hollister, people that like we grew up to. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And that kind of led me into just being an artist all the way out. So rather than waiting for people to get on my beats and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, I kind of was like, you know what, I'm gonna take the time now to just do it myself rather than just waiting on somebody fly to do it. You know what I mean? Like let me be the one to do it. So it kind of worked its way into that, and that's kind of created today. You know what I mean? So I kind of like I'm a songwriter as well as a rapper. I sing. I don't sing, but I sing.
You hold some notes.
Yeah, I hold some notes. You know what I mean?
I feel like when you have that church background, you're solid in
Yeah,
music.
yeah. I mean that right there kind of like where I started from. All
Mm-hmm.
of that. Um, Growing up in Puerto Rico, it kind of like gave me a different edge with my
Mm-hmm.
music. It gave me the ability to be able to speak in Spanish and in English. So a lot of my songs, I might say something in Spanish, and people say, "How did you make it rhyme with the English words?"
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's because in New York, that's kind of like how we grew up.
Y'all
We
speak
kind of like been like,
Spanglish.
"Yo, I was over there, and ese cabrón estaba ahí en la tienda, and I saw him, but he didn't say nothing back." And everybody that don't know Spanish is like, "What was that you said in the middle though?" You know what I mean? Like, but we call it Spanglish. You know what I mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
kind of took that Spanglish and brought it to my music, and I feel like that's what makes me an artist.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So to answer your question, that's what I am. That's what I do. I pretty much blend Spanish into English, and whether it's hip hop beats or trap beats or R&B beats, Afro beats at times. reggaeton at times. I take advantage of the fact that I know how to dabble in a different language. So it's like that's pretty much my base. That's my foundation. You know what
So, do you feel like being bilingual encourage you to listen to multiple genres, or do you
I
pretty
mean?
much okay?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I was gonna say you can listen to
oh yeah,
plenty,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You get in my car, you like, how did you
What
go
was
from
that?
Future to Bad Bunny to like Beso Pluma? Like, what are we doing? Like, how did you? You know what I mean? But I like that I have uh, that knowledge of that, the history of that, the fact that my mom sent me to Puerto Rico at a young age. Like, you need to learn your culture. You know what I
That's where
mean?
she's from.
And yeah, so my mom is from Puerto Rico. My
Okay.
dad is Cuban, and it was like my mom was like, "No, you're gonna learn that. You're not gonna be one of those kids in New York that don't know Spanish. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna learn it." And it was like I got there, and it was like, "Oh, yeah, see."
You sound like me.
No,
Paquito.
yeah, but I was a kid though, so
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, it
that's
was
right.
easy.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
You know, when you're a kid, you got the soft brain. It's
I
easy for
know
you to
you
pick up.
absorb
Yeah,
it.
you pick up quick.
Yeah.
So,
So
you
have
know,
you
I'm
ever been to
grateful for
Cuba?
that. No, no, not yet.
Oh, you
I can't
missing
wait. Yeah, I can't
out.
wait.
You got to plan it. Where you going? Just say it now. When you going?
I don't know yet.
25, 26,
Uh,
by 27. You
yeah,
can do that. By 27. Dang, you don't even want to say that.
yeah, cause I don't
What's
wanna.
the hesitancy?
It's not a hesitant. You know what?
You are hesitant.
I'm gonna go.
Cuba is
I'm
so
gonna
much
go. I'm gonna
fun.
go. I'm gonna go
Muy
this winter.
fun though.
I'm gonna go this winter because in the wintertime is the best time because there's no hurricane season.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go in the winter.
Okay.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
send you a DM and be like, "Did you go or not?" By the
Nah, I'm gonna
top
go.
of 25, I'm gonna ask,
Nah,
"Did you go
I'm
or
gonna go.
not?"
I'm gonna go.
What
That's a
part?
bet.
Where part of your family from?
Well, my father and everybody's from Havana, so
Oh, okay,
that's
Havana.
you know what I mean. Like,
Havana.
yeah, Havana. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Havana.
from Havana.
Is it a
So
B or a V? I know it's a V, but it's not said like a B.
no, it's Havana.
Havana.
Yeah,
It's so much smog in Havana.
yeah. But I don't know nothing about it. I know about Puerto
I can't
Rico
even
though.
talk to you.
I can tell you everything about Puerto Rico all day long.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I want to go to Puerto Rico. I heard Puerto Rico is so much
Oh yeah.
fun. My
Oh yeah.
friend, she said it is a
Oh
time.
yeah.
Do you
It's
swim?
amazing. Yeah, of course. Of
That is
course.
not, of course, because you from New York too. New York
No,
folks don't swim.
listen. Swim. First of all, I grew up like as a kid. One of the things I did was lifeguard.
Oh wow.
So when it's
Oh,
like, yeah,
you swim for
you know how you say
real.
when I said I don't sing,
Say,
I sing.
but
I
you
swam.
swam.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Right.
get busy.
Dang, so you swim in the ocean?
Oh yeah,
That was scary
scuba
for me.
dive, all of that.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, that is fun. So you do
it's
all.
a vibe.
It's such a vibe. I love the
Yeah,
water, but it gets a little scary sometimes.
yeah,
Like the middle of the ocean.
yeah,
For me,
yeah.
I know you're a pro, but yeah.
I mean, it depends on where you're at and what you're doing. You know, I'm not about to just jump in and just anywhere. But
Yeah,
if I
well,
see it safe,
Castaway gave me anxiety. I couldn't imagine.
well, I mean, when you look at it in that aspect, of course, I wouldn't want to jump in the water either. But
You'll survive.
yeah.
So, okay, you do your music. So you produce. Are you your only producer?
Well, I work with a bunch of producers as well.
Okay.
I work with Done Deal. I work with Devin, the Goat. I work with Sydney, aka Star Jackson. I work with a few a few good producers. They they're up and coming, but
They're there.
I feel like in a minute everybody's gonna be saying those names in a minute. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But yeah, I don't discriminate on not working with new artists or
Hmm.
new producers and stuff like that. That's kind of like where the magic happens at. When you isolate yourself to not do that, it's like,
You limit.
yeah, you're limiting so much. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do that. I do.
So, what are some other hobbies you have, or who's one of the biggest influences on your music? You would say, Like, who did you hear? You was
Man,
like, yeah, I want to be in this lane, or I want to, or maybe not even compared, but just be able to match a
who made
feeling.
me say I want to do music? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna say Busta Rhymes.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Buster. Why you? I did not think I would
Yeah.
never
Only
thought
because
that.
the elements of what he brings to the table. You know what I mean? Excitement. He's gonna be a character or two. You
Every
know what I mean?
time.
Um,
And the way he can.
yeah, yeah. He could go.
Yeah,
You know
so
what
do
I
you
mean?
exercise your tongue?
Yeah, I do actually.
Sorry.
Yeah. Don't cut that out either. I
That
do.
sounds so
I do.
crazy. I've never asked anybody that before in my life. Do you ask? Okay. How do you
Mhm.
Never mind. Don't.
Yeah.
Okay, we
I don't
won't talk
think.
about how, but it sounds like a great exercise. Cause Buster, when he goes
Yeah.
in, I
Nah.
mean
He
the
goes. He
speed.
goes. He definitely goes.
Do
But
you
like I
have?
said, he's really like he became when I was young. He became like leaders of the new school and all of that. I was like, I want to do music. Like I really want to do music, and here we are. You know what I mean?
So are you a character? Well, I guess that a character singer, rapper. I've heard of a
Yeah,
character actor, but I'm like, is that a thing? A character singer slash rapper slash.
it is now. It is now.
Because I mean, that makes a performance exciting.
Yeah, no,
You
it
know, you
does.
just go into a
It
different
does.
realm. Like, who is this?
Yeah,
Your alter.
yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
I
what's
feel like I feel like every good artist has to have that. Like, not unless you're just completely just a different kind of character all day long. You're just on. I feel like
that's how I
every
feel about Prince. I feel like Prince was just
and
that in
there was only one Prince, and there will only be one Prince because of that. You know what I mean? Like he
yeah,
was that way at all
through
times.
and
You know what I
through.
mean? But I
Yeah.
feel like every good artist has to create a character, or not create a character, but just become something else in a sense, just to get it out the proper way, and to
I
paint
think
it up.
almost like a possession. Like get
Mm,
possessed with
yeah, I mean
whatever.
you can say that, but yeah, I say more so like everybody has two sides. And I feel like with a lot of music, people misunderstand what certain artists say. Or like what does he mean by that? He doesn't do that. Well, that might be his alter ego. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I feel like once again, every artist has to have that. And if you have that, you'll be all right.
Were you ever shy to go on?
I thought I was until the first
Mm.
time I actually went up, and it was like,
I love
yeah,
this.
it was like,
That's a good
what are we
feeling.
doing? Like this is
What's next?
yeah, like why does it feel like this? Like you know what I mean? Like yeah.
Like,
So
yeah.
I mean, first time, yeah, I was scared to death. I was probably like, and it was like probably like 1,000 people there, so it wasn't like
Dang,
the
your first
best.
audience was a
Yeah, it wasn't
thousand?
like the best thing to do, like as a like coming out the door,
So how'd
like
you get in that position?
uh being a promoter back when Mansion was open.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be a promoter there, and yeah,
So you had a
I
street
said,
team.
you know what, I'm gonna take advantage, and I'm gonna get up on stage, and they were like, "Boy, you crazy? Don't do it." And I was
They said
like,
don't.
I think I'm gonna do it. It was like, "Nah, I'm scared. Don't do it, man. Like, you nice, but not to be on your first time and this many people in here right now." And I went up there, and it was like the
Yeah.
results. The results are in. You know what I mean? Like, I did what I needed to do, and I think from that point on, it was like you're always gonna have. I knew that you're always gonna have that fear.
Yeah.
Just not so much fear, anxiety a little bit, just to be a little
Hmm.
anxious to, you're about to perform and stuff like that. But other than that, to each his own. I love it.
Yeah. No, it's a good feeling. I feel like that's one of the confirmations to let you know you're
Yeah.
doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes.
And people are like that all the time. I think they put their own fears and limitations
Hmm.
or try to on
Hmm.
people, but when I feel like when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah. That was the moment I knew. Like I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing.
nice.
I got off, and all my friends was like, "Yo, dog, we out of here." I was like, "Okay, all
Was that a
right."
live band?
Was it what?
Was that a live band?
Oh, no.
Okay,
But I
pre-recorded.
grew up playing in church, so it
Mm-hmm.
was like the live thing always was natural to me. I
Got you.
always had my own studio, stuff like that. So I've always had a set of drums and friends that knew how to play keyboard, and have little jam sessions and stuff like that. Um, but it wasn't live. But playing live, I do feel like you have to be in a different league to
Mm-hmm.
play live.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Not knocking anybody. You know
No,
what I mean?
but it just is.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To keep up with a band and stuff like that, that's like I take my hat off to anybody that does that. You know, the Beyonces, everybody that have like actual bands and perform live every time.
Hmm.
That's a different, totally different beast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even watching was Tiny Desk,
Oh yeah.
and you see it's like being able to see a different side of
Oh
the
yeah. Oh
artist
yeah. Yeah.
jamming with
Oh
the
yeah.
band.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
just love
Oh
it.
yeah.
And but I was gonna say, so what songs are you doing tonight? What kind of feeling are they gonna give us?
Hmm. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go hip hop and maybe a little bit of Atlanta.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, this is a great question. So I know you have the Spanish influence,
Mm.
but do you feel like being here in Atlanta and because for a long time it was like New York versus the South.
Right.
So do you feel like you merged those cultures? Because I
Uh,
know the Spanish is in there, but what about the North South thing?
I think I did that a long time ago.
Okay.
A long time ago. Only because I've been down here for so long as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you're either accepted or you're not accepted. It's not really to me. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
New York versus Atlanta thing. It's more so like, okay, you're here. We rocking with what you're doing. That's it. There's nothing. You know what I mean? Like move forward. You know what I mean? Like I never really, I never really got in the middle of that. You know what I mean? Like
No,
it
but it
never
sounds
really.
like you're a collage
Yeah,
of
it, it,
influence.
it is because of the simple fact of the time frame of you know me being here when trap music was like
All
started.
right.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like or really beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And watching music go from New York and then it shifted all the way to the south and it kind of stayed there for a long time. It still is here. You know what I mean? So it's like, uh, yeah, I think that I am one of those artists that definitely blended all three of them in and made it okay to be like, okay, this hip hop, I like this. This is some, he said some Spanish stuff in there. I think I know Spanish now. You know what I mean? You know how many people listen to my music and be like, bro, I don't know what you said, but
But it sounds cool.
it sounds crazy dope. I hope that when I'm saying it in the streets, I'm
Yeah,
not saying anything offensive to anybody because I've been repeating it. You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
funny.
so yeah, I think I did. I think I did that.
Well, sounds good. Sound like you put yourself all on that.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing your music and seeing your
thank you,
performance.
thank you.
Tell us how we can continue to follow you, listen to your stuff, see what you got going on, all of that.
Well, you can follow me, Fly Dantoni, uh, FLYDANTONI. That's on every platform, Apple Music, Spotify. I got videos on Apple Music. Um, yeah, that's pretty much, we stamped. We good.
We stamp like his body. Thank you for joining us on another episode of The Greatness Around Me, collaborating with Follow Me ATL. And we look forward to another episode.